tonight. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Oh, what a move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Herbert on 1st down now. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes. Folded like a lawn chair. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up the 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
To return, here's Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Touchdown! Travis Etienne. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Herbert on third down now. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
The tackle made by Caleb Chason. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
And he's got this down to the 35.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Herbert. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Trey McKinney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. To return, here's Agnew. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And they'll run here with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24 from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of there where all the big boys are. You know, they can make someone miss in the open field.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Lawrence from his end zone. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is down to 4. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. So we hit the halftime break here. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. To return, here's Agnew. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
Etienne with it. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Etienne once more. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They go play action with Lawrence. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On play action, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, here's Eckler. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Lawrence's throw here on target to Hurst.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man right side is Sharp. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And his kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The LA offense ready for this next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. This complete left side to Aguilar. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
7 yards to pick up there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Herbert back to the air. It's a slant to Hill. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And that one incomplete as it breaks a string of 8 straight pass completions.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Herbert. Throwing toward the sideline, he's got Tate. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 34. Herbert now. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have made a one-score game again. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
They go play action now. Lawrence flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 10. 2:05 to go. That's complete to Troutman right side. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He's got Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 30. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Herbert to throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to work incomplete.
That's a dangerous proposition, work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another tote for Etienne. And he gets it down to the 32. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jags, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.